got Dipsy settled in. She's gonna spend the day at the house. We're gonna go fishing. I got a grocery list. We're planning on doing a catch and cook this video, so hopefully it's not bad luck to write your grocery list before you catch the fish, but I guess we'll see. We'll find out here today. But I got a good feeling, and it's overcast, but it's been a little bit sunny this morning so far, but now it's overcast, so we'll see if we can go out and catch some trout.
Whew, she's toasty in here. Gotta back up this. Do a little jackknife backup job with this trailer. How am I? Oh man, the boat launch is right there. There is a boat launch there. The river is so big right now, though. We've had about 1 inch of rain in the last 24 hours, so the river is huge right now. So we're going up to the dam where everything's a little more confined here. Oh, I got a lot of water in the boat. I'm surprised. Wow, this is tight. It is never an easy task traveling with the boat, especially in Tennessee and Kentucky with all these hills and Airbnbs that always tend to be in the holler. There's not a whole lot of room to work with. Okay, we made it. Made it out alive, guys. Here we go. Headed to the Cumberland River today.
Yeah.
Going to do some trout fishing. We're gonna fish underneath a giant dam and see if there's some big hungry trout underneath there. Just a beautiful sunny day out today, guys. We had quite a drive here. The roads were nice though. We got out here later today just because, oh look at this. Everything was frozen solid after that rain yesterday. We got our Coast Guard life jackets on. They might look a little goofy, but you know what? We're gonna be safe. We're gonna follow the rules, and we're gonna go catch some big trout tonight. So right now, guys, they're running all the generators at this dam. So what's happening is there's a ton of water coming through this dam, and there's a ton of shad getting washed through this dam from the reservoir up above. And you can see all the seagulls, they're just crashing on this shad as it comes through the dam. And when it's like this, a lot of times it'll just bring the biggest fish in the river right to these dams to feed on all this bait fish. So we're gonna get right up in here. We're gonna play it safe though, and we're just gonna float back and bounce these minnows, salmon eggs right down through these river channels here. This is some big crazy water though. Look at all these seagulls. It's like a feeding frenzy up here right now, guys. This is crazy. Oh, I'm gonna put one of these big guys on. Oh, look at that big juicy shiner, guys. We're gonna hook them right through the nose. Okay, we're out. We're fishing, baby. Okay, got it right down to the bottom there, guys. Gonna make sure I'm right near the bottom. Okay, I fell to the bottom, pick it just off. We're just gonna float this big shiner back down through here, guys. Maggie's gonna have a spawn bag going on this other side. There's a lot of snags and big boulders down here, so I'm just making sure that this bait is just up off the bottom. I got a 1 ounce sinker on, so I'm dropping it straight down right below the boat here, and it's just staying vertical as we float back through here. So just making sure we stay right down towards the bottom here, guys.
Fish.
Fish? It got just like that. Maggie's on a fish already. Nice job, Mags.
Nice.
Looks like a nice rainbow too, guys. I better reel up my rod just a bit here before we have a catastrophe. Oh, nice chrome rainbow, Max.
Yeah,
that's a pretty fish. It's really nice and bright.
Ooh.
First pass, hey?
That was fast.
Right away, guys.
I put on a chartreuse bag. Yesterday we were fishing here and I was using mostly white because the water, there wasn't any mud or anything in it, but today it's just a little bit dirty, so I decided to put on a chartreuse bag, and sure enough, it was a good choice. It worked. Okay guys, I just had this guy in our bucket there for a second while I looked up the slat limit. It's 15 to 20 inches, so he's right at 14 and a half, so he's outside of that slat limit, so half inch bigger and he wouldn't have been dinner, but I got bad news for him. We're gonna do a catch and cook tonight over Campfire, so we'll show you guys how we like to do our fish when we're out camping and stuff, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, we're gonna bring this guy home. Oh,
Holy smokes. Spawn bag bites on fire, guys.
Ooh.
Oh, Mags. Oh my gosh, you might have a special fish here, guys. This thing is ripping. I'm gonna get the net.
Wow, he came up really fast and then it's like he saw the boat and he freaked out.
Oh, what a nice fish, Mags. Beautiful rainbow, Mags.
Holy.
Jeez. He's a little darker colored, but just a nice, solid rainbow trout, girl. Good job.
Thanks.
While we were super excited about these beautiful, healthy rainbows, we were really hoping to be able to catch another chromefish outside of the slot limit to keep and cook for dinner later that evening. After I reeled in another nice, colorful male, Kyle finally hooked into that chromefish that we were looking for.
Oh, I just got slammed, guys. No. Wow. Oh, fish on, guys. Oh my gosh, that thing slammed it. Woo! That thing slammed it, guys. Holy crap. Good golly. Oh, it's a beauty. Oh my gosh, guys, it's a beauty. Did you see how pretty that thing was, Mags? Holy cow. Good golly, that was the beauty. That was like a chrome, beautiful rainbow. Just a big pink stripe I could just see on a chrome body. Woo! This is a good fish, guys. Got the net, Mags?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at it, guys. He's spitting up shad. Look at all the shad he's spitting up. Just puking up bait. Here we go, Mags. Here we go, Mags. Here we go. Here we go. Beautiful. Nice net job, Mags. Yes. Good job. Nice net job. Wow, is that a beauty, guys? Holy cow, look how fat that thing is, man. Mags convinced me to switch to a spawn set because she was killing them. I was trying a minnow, but the spawn is the way to go today, guys. Check out that beautiful rainbow. We're gonna get a quick measurement, guys. 19 inches. So that fish is in the slot limit, so we're gonna get him right back. But man, what a big, nice, healthy fish.
We ended up staying and fishing beneath this dam for a few hours, just making passes, drifting the boat back in the current, and bouncing spawn bags off the bottom. Once we caught our second fish for dinner, we decided to pack up and head back to the Airbnb to get cooking.
Hey, Dipsy. Come on, baby. Hi, sweetie. Hi, baby. So first off, guys, we're gonna look. Dipsy and I are gonna go out and find some fire starting materials here. So when you're picking out fire starting material, you want to stay away from twigs and bark that's kind of green. You know, this is just a random stick that's on the ground, but you can see how this is pretty green. It's not breaking easy, so you want to stay away from stuff like that. That's gonna have a hard time burning at first. So we're just gonna look for some dry bark to start with, and we're gonna look for a lot of small dry twigs. Now you can see this, guys. This is obviously a dead branch here, and see how easy that snaps. That means it's dead and it's pretty well dried out. So this is going to be a great starter here to start a fire with. So we're going to round up as much of this little stuff as we can. Everything's really wet right now, So it's gonna be a slow build here. But just looking for all this little stuff like this, you know, like you can see that's pretty green. We're gonna kind of veer away from that, but this, see how easy that broke? That's gonna be a great fire starter right there. So now guys, we got a solid pile of fire starting material. Oh, Dipsy sees a squirrel. So we're gonna start with the smaller stuff here and some of this bark till we get the fire going a little bit. Then we're gonna upgrade some of this bigger stuff. Later we'll add a couple bigger logs when we start cooking, but that'll be a great starter now. So right now, I'm gonna go try to find some rocks. See if I can find some rocks. Oh, she's got the zoomies. I'm gonna see if I can find some rocks, guys, and we're gonna use that as kind of a cooking stove in our fire here. So there's one right here I've had my eyeballs on. It's a perfect flat rock like this. That's exactly what we want. These two, this one's another good one too, so I'm gonna bring him back. Now this is just a great skill to teach kids, especially growing up. You know, just a great skill to teach kids. Fun, great thing to do for camping. Just an awesome little adventure thing here. Makes catching your fish, adds another element to catching your fish. So now we're gonna put together the puzzle here, try to build our camp stove. So we're just gonna make it as level as we can. It doesn't have to be perfect by any means. That looks pretty good right there. Slide that guy in right there. Slide him in. That's pretty good there. Now we're just gonna start off by building our fire, like pretty much right around these stones and right on top of it, kind of right on the edge here. Then we're gonna let those twigs burn down until these rocks get nice and hot next to that fire, and those will be a good base to start cooking our fish on. So you can see I got some bark here. So you want to keep everything fluffed up a little bit, guys. You don't want to condense anything because you want oxygen to flow through all these moving parts when you're first getting your fire started here. So I'm just going to keep these little twigs ready here. Now once I get a flame going here, I'm just going to slowly add these twigs onto the flame. So I'm going to take my matches. It's a little breezy here, so it might be a little tricky to get this match fire going here, but we're going to get her. We're just going to start at the base here. Slowly, just slowly get it burning here. Don't want to move too quick with anything. Just try to find the driest pieces of bark that we have. You can see there's a little flame going there, so I'm just going to slowly add to it and just nourish this fire here. Don't want to try to put anything on too fast. Okay guys, so you can see the fire is starting to gain some momentum here, and my base of bark is starting to catch flame a little bit here. So we're just going to slowly let this go. We're going to let it go, just let some coals, let some heat start building up in there before we add our twigs on. Well, it's been a real challenge to get this fire going. About a day ago, we had an inch of rain, so this is probably the toughest conditions to start a fire from scratch here, especially with matches and just bark as a fire starter. So we got a nice teepee built here, but we've had to slowly build up, and we've had to put on bigger logs around it, so those logs will start drying out first, and then they'll slowly follow in, because we've had to just dry out our wood before we just add it to the fire, because everything is just sopping wet, way wetter than I thought it was. So now we've had our fire burning for about an hour or so, and we've transitioned the fire from all those small sticks to big logs now. And we've let some of these big logs burn down, as you can see right here, and they're really hot. There's some really hot coals going here, guys. So we're just gonna slide these big logs over just a little bit off those rocks, and we're gonna place our tinfoil packs right on the side. We're gonna get our potatoes going first because those are gonna take longer than the fish. Then we're gonna get our fish on. So you can see here, guys, there's some really hot red coals. Now I'm just gonna take my stick here, and I'm just gonna brush some of these red hot coals here, just right on the edge of my rocks and right in between these rocks. Now these rocks have been right on the edge of the fire for about an hour now since we started the fire, so they're smoking hot. They're red hot and they're ready to cook. So when you fold up your tinfoil packs here, guys, you want to leave these corners propped open just a little bit. That way you can just stick your stick in and just peel these corners back with the tip of your stick just to see how your food's cooking. That way you're not getting your hands too close to the fire here. So I'm going to place these, you know, if you're doing this, I would recommend using the cooking glove, but I'm just going to go quick here. Now we're going to let those go for half hour or so while we're just hanging out. We're gonna get our fish ready. Then at that time, those potatoes should be starting to cook down pretty good. Then we're gonna switch the spots with the potatoes with the fish and get that fish right on those hot coals.
Okay guys, so we have our fish here. We're getting it ready to cook. We just left it whole for this recipe. As soon as we got off the water, we gutted it, we rinsed it off, made sure it was all clean, made sure the whole inside was cleaned out. We took out that bloodline on the inside. So what we're actually gonna do is we're just gonna stuff it with our seasonings. We're gonna stuff it with some onions, some seasonings, and some butter, and we're gonna wrap it up, and we're gonna cook it right next to our potatoes on the fire. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm actually gonna score the sides of the trout, and this will just help it cook more evenly and cook a little bit faster. So for this guy here, 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna flip them. 1, 2, 3. So the last step here is to pack him with onions and just about 1.5 tablespoons of butter. So I've already got my onions cut up here. I'm just gonna take some, pack it around the outside of this guy too. We love onions, so.
Okay guys, we're gonna check this out here. Oh baby, those are perfect. You can see those taters are just starting to peel back a little bit. They're nice and tender, I can tell by the looks of it, but if you wanted to see further, you could stick a fork in one, but I guarantee those are gonna be perfect. Okay, we're gonna set that one there, guys. We're gonna take off our other pack. We're gonna check these guys out here. Now, a lot of times too, there'll be a little bit of ashes on these corners, so it's important to fold these pieces of tinfoil where you can peel it back. That way you're not getting ashes in your meal here. And you know what? Cooking over a campfire, you're gonna have that a little bit, but you know what? That's okay. Oh my gosh, those smell so good. Those smell absolutely amazing. Those are done perfectly too. Okay. Now let's check our trout here, guys. Let's check our trout here. Oh my gosh, I can already smell it, guys. Oh, look at that. This actually might need just a bit longer. So you know when your trout's done is when it starts flaking, when that meat starts flaking, and it's just about there. It's just about there, guys. We're just gonna fold this back over and we're gonna put him back on that flame.
The little one's probably done.
Little one's probably done, yeah. We're gonna put this big guy back on that flame right there for just another 5 minutes or so, and he's gonna be perfect. But yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, absolutely, Max. You can see, you know, his belly's starting to flake out a little bit, and you can see how that meat's just flaking off. It's done perfectly. Oh my gosh, those onions are nice and golden brown. This is gonna be so awesome, guys. Cannot wait. Just a 5-star campfire meal though, guys. Unbelievable. Oh my gosh.
It's so good. It's so good.
Catching your own fish and cooking it up over a fire you built is just such a rewarding experience, and it's definitely something I would recommend doing with your kids, you know, getting youngsters out here and
Youngsters. You're such an old man.
I am, dude. That was okay.